Welcome to the Lovecraft Tapes. I am Jeremy, your keeper of arcane lore, and we play Call of Cthulhu, a horror role-playing game based upon the fictional works of H.P. Lovecraft. Your investigators of the unknown are Brian as Special Agent Jack Whiteside,
You kids keep it down over there.
Gabe as Special Agent Roy Arroyo,
I thought I was the angry old man character.
and Matt as Detox.
Oh no, it's me, you both kind of angry old men.
Welcome, players. How is everybody doing tonight?
Good, very good. Excited to play.
Slightly confused as I do not remember
I
what
answered
happened
for all of
last.
us.
Slightly confused as I do not remember what happened last.
I remember everything, but I'd prefer it if Jeremy explained it.
I know, I just want you to explain it so I can tell you if you're right.
Well,
We can all agree that Brian doesn't remember.
That's
Hey,
true.
I remembered.
We
You
can all agree
remember.
on that. Well, we do need to take a quick moment to check for any letters from beyond.
Ooh.
On Apple Podcasts, Croatian Mike says, enjoying it so far. I originally stumbled upon your podcast when I wanted to hear how Call of Cthulhu is played and enjoyed the first adventure so much I stuck around. Thanks for the entertainment.
You are
Thanks,
more than
Crow.
welcome.
He is so much better than Ukrainian Mike.
That's true.
That's a bit racist, but okay.
And Cultus86 says, I love these guys. It is rare to find a group with such good chemistry. It might have to do with the fact two of the group are brothers. They are all great to listen to, funny and ridiculous at times, but still great. I enjoy the Recommendos and have watched a fair few good horror flicks because of them. Listen to these guys, seriously, right now.
Hey Gabe, when did we tell them we were brothers?
Yeah, I don't know where they found this group with good chemistry. I'd be interested.
I don't even know what chemistry means.
I saw Breaking Bad.
Biology majors.
I broke bad once.
Also on Apple Podcasts, Joshua1M1G says, I love this actual play, and I usually hate listening to actual plays. Well done, guys.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Done it.
Do we actually play?
The
No.
least hated favorite, I don't know what that was.
Yeah, I like it.
My least hated favorite fish would be Soul. Soul has no eyes. That's
I'm done with it. It doesn't.
I don't have one, so it doesn't matter.
And finally, on Instagram, special thanks to Stag247 for the awesome fan art depicting Roy's encounter with a space vampire.
Yes.
I'm famous.
That was
I know.
awesome. Roy is famous.
I'm the mind behind Roy, so
You're the
Nobody
mime
cares.
behind Roy?
yeah, I'm a mime.
I'm trapped in this invisible square. What's going on?
The center square for shut up.
Well, before we begin, we do need to take a quick commercial break. And we're back.
And that's why I buried my uncle on the side of Highway 76 near Tuscaloosa.
I know, right?
Who hasn't?
Well, I might consider giving out that product as gifts for the holiday, but I'm worried the free bonus larvae may hatch on the delivery truck and ruin the surprise for friends and family.
Oh, but the
That's
pus
why-
is the best.
I mean, we could just include, some liquid nitrogen with that, and it might solve the problem.
Oh, true.
No,
true.
then you'll break all my earwigs.
They're my
Why do you
earwigs.
need wigs for your ears?
Trust me, I don't.
What, you don't
That's the
have
problem.
them?
Hand knitted earwigs.
My wig grows right from my ear down my cheek onto my chin and up the other side.
Gross.
Until it crawls away.
Now, dear investigators, we continue. Chapter 7. Bloodlines.
Bloodlines.
My life. What?
Previously on the Lovecraft tapes. After successfully diffusing the situation at Somerset Self-Storage, our fearless investigators flee the scene before the owner arrives and drive directly to Deal Island. En route, Detox examines the papers found in the seat compartment of Dan's motorcycle. a copy of the storage unit rental agreement, initial BM, and a faded advertisement for something called the Elixir of Life from HW Industries. The short drive ends at Kingfish Charters, where married owners, Phil and Ned, refuse to rent any of their boats on account of a mysterious blonde man never returning their motorboat after renting it last week. Jack and Detox try to extract info from the local general store owner. Let me try that again. Jack and Detox try to extract info from the local general store owner, Arby, and get more than an earful. Edward Cross, a local handyman, befriends Roy and invites him down to fish by the docks, which, as expected, doesn't end well. It is currently Monday, October 1st, just before noon.
Do you know where your kids are?
Roy,
No.
your fishing adventure started off innocently enough. You and Edward made your way down to the docks, where the waters of Chesapeake Bay are deep and calm. Mr. Cross is a man of few words, which reminds you of your 3 mute sons. You like Edward almost immediately. As he baits your hook, then his, he sticks his tongue out of the side of his mouth, concentrating very hard. Grinning pridefully ear to ear, he points out that the water, indicating where you should cast. He casts in the opposite direction. Within just a few minutes, you get a nibble, then another, and another. You rear back, feeling the hook find purchase. It's a whopper. But that's when it all goes wrong. Please tell us the circumstances which resulted in 2 snapped fishing poles and Edward Cross in tears.
All right, and this is the whole story, and it's the truth. You gotta trust me. So, I was fishing with this big baby who was like, "Oh, you're my favorite guy. You're my hero. We should go fishing together." So I felt bad for him. So I was like, "All right, we'll go fishing." And then we were fishing. We were catching some whoppers, you know, the burgers. And I don't know who was dumping them there, but all of a sudden we started actually catching some fish, and I wanted to like keep them and eat them. And big baby over here was like, "Oh, they're living creatures and we're just playing for sport," and other whiny things like that. And I was like, "Bro, you fish to eat." And he was like, "That's not the point. We have enough food." So that's when I punched him in the nose. And I started taking the fish and throwing them on land. So that way, I mean, at least he'd be like, he would think, "Oh, well, they've gone through it. Now they might as well die." And then he ran and he took the fish and he tried to throw them back because sportsmanship, and I was using firecrackers as bait, so he wasn't okay with the fact that I was cheating, if you can really call that cheating. So that's the point in which I took his pole and snapped it in half, and I hit him with mine, which also ironically snapped mine in half, and he ran away like a wuss.
All right, so Edward runs up the hillside from the docks, and that's when Jack and Detox see that Roy's essentially following shamefacedly after, holding 2 broken poles, and Edward runs directly into Kingfish Charters. Jack,
What the hell was that?
as you look upward, trying to track the source of the buzzing sound, you spot a small object. It's a drone flying high overhead. Almost as if it can sense your gaze, it zips westward at a fast clip, but then plummets earthward about 50 yards up the road, landing behind a small hillock.
Did you just see that? There was a drone up there spying on us.
No, that
drone?
was some.
I'm gonna
not here yet.
immediately pull out my laptop, open it up, set it down, and I'm gonna start typing to try and track the signal.
Let's hold up on that just for a sec.
Oh,
So that's what Jack you see before you can even say anything. That's what this is just what you're witnessing.
I already said it.
Yeah, well, I took it back and I can edit it out.
Oh.
But I thought we had a no take backsies rule.
Yeah, and
Indian
Roy,
government.
you're focused primarily on Edward at this point, sort of following
All right,
up the.
I'm just asking.
Yeah. So, and you have no idea. You haven't seen any drone or anything, so you're unaware of that entirely. As a matter of fact, only Jack is aware of it at this point. So now, Jack, you can decide what you want to do.
I am doing nothing.
I'm gonna
Okay, so now I'm out of the moment. Let's see. I'm gonna just take a mental note of what I saw and which direction it actually went, and then
It landed 50 yards up the road behind a small hill.
it landed.
It plummeted earthward,
Okay.
dropped from the sky.
You take care of him. I'll be right back. I gotta go do something, and I'm gonna make a beeline right for that area where I saw it coming down.
Okay.
You're really gonna leave me here with?
I'm already gone.
Choo.
I'm running.
Detox. There is a lot of activity going on around you. The ruckus between Roy and Edward, and now this drone nonsense? These FBI gents seem to attract trouble wherever they go, like twin magnets for weirdness. The cell phone in your pocket suddenly vibrates, alerting you of a new text message received. Only, no one has this number.
Bum bum bum.
I'm going to very slowly and very cautiously pull my phone out, pull it up, unlock it, and see just who is sending me messages at a number that nobody should have.
Well, it is from unknown caller,
Oh.
and it's a single message that looks to be a series of symbols and numbers and letters. And I will share that with you.
Ooh.
And watch your creaky chair. All right. There you go, buddy. Should be able to see that in your journal now. And we'll switch back to Roy. Roy, you see that Edward is going into Kingfish Charters, sort of blubbering, crying, and Jack just immediately takes off down the road, running full scale, full tilt down the road. You're not sure where he's going, and Detox is engrossed in something on their phone. What would you like to do?
I'll walk up to Detox, try and figure out what's going on.
Go ahead and play that out.
Hey, Detox.
I'm gonna pull my phone and just kind of hold it close to me, screen facing me. So what did you do to that guy down there that just ran away screaming? I mean, is that like how people normally react to being around you? Or is it is that special, or does it happen all the time?
He got jealous about all the fish I was catching. Don't mind him.
All right. And he snapped his fishing pole out of rage, or?
He hit me with it because he's violent and angry. And now this is where we are. So who's calling you? Or are you calling, I suppose?
Just one of my systematic alerts I have set up for several things I'm busy tracking on the side. Nothing super important.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
I was hoping that there would be some story here.
The chemistry.
I don't know how to talk to this person.
That's why it's this way.
So, seen any good movies lately?
So you feel like running full tilt down a hill to try and catch up to Jack? I mean, he did just kind of bolt after something.
If you'll race me, I will.
I mean, come on, you're like what, 60? How fast can you run?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
All right.
This...
You want to race, old man? We'll do a race right here, right now.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it.
And just as you prepare to race, I guess,
Yes.
the front door to Kingfish Charter opens up, and you see both Phil and Ned looking around, and then they spot you holding the 2 broken poles.
We got to race right now. We got to get out of here. You're a loser. You can't run fast. We got to go.
Dude, what are you doing?
I'm racing.
But the poles, Edward's poles.
They're not both his poles.
I think we need to have a talk, a sit down. Come on in here.
Hold on. I left my phone over there.
You don't need a phone
Let
to
me
talk.
go
Come on, dude.
Yeah, I'll be right back, and then I'll run towards Jack. And by the way, I win the race because I'm just better.
I'm pretty sure my move rate is higher than yours, so technically speaking, I
What's
would
your
win.
move rate, bro?
9.
Shut up.
Yeah, but I don't think you realize that the thing that he ordered from. Never mind. Go ahead.
D-Tex, how are you reacting to Roy ignoring Phil and Ned and just peeling away?
I'm going to take a look at them for a moment and then look over to where Roy is running to and then look at them and then look over at Roy. And then I'm just going to start running after Roy.
Jesus Christ. All right. Jack?
Mm-hmm.
You raced it towards the hill and crest it in no time flat. You're in good shape. You're barely break a sweat. Just the sweat glistening slightly on your brow. Just the
I slowly unbutton the 3 buttons on my shirt.
Yeah, you can feel your muscles just tensing. Just so.
All right, can you guys hear what I'm saying?
And you crest the hill and you see a little young boy.
Whoa!
He looks like he's probably around, by your judgment, maybe 8 or 9 years old. He's dressed in some blue overalls with like one of the latches undone, so only one shoulder is actually attached.
Oh damn! It's crisscross.
Crisscross, baby. And
Cross applesauce.
and he's holding what is clearly a drone controller.
Okay.
And you can see
remote?
just a remote, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it looks to be like one of those mid-level, maybe cheaper, just
Okay.
toy drones. But it has a camera in the whole thing.
All right. Cool.
And he's just and the drone itself is lying in the grass just a few yards from him. Mm-hmm. And he notices you crest the hill and he smiles up at you. Hi.
I quickly check myself to make sure I'm not coming at him aggressively.
Okay.
And be
It's
like,
always smart to check yourself before you wreck yourself, son.
Exactly.
I saw that drone coming down. I figured it was crashing, so I was going to try to help out. That's pretty nice. When did you get that?
Oh, it's mine. I got it for my birthday.
Nice. You having fun with it?
Absolutely. It's great. I can zip all around the island.
That's really cool. Just be careful not to go over the water, okay? If that battery dies, it's goner.
Oh, no, I can get almost just miles and miles away. It's good.
Yeah, those are pretty nice. You know anybody else around here that has drones like that?
I don't know. My mom got me this one.
Yeah,
my name's Eddie. What's yours?
My name's Jack. Nice to meet you,
Jack.
Eddie.
Nice to meet you. Are you moving to the island?
We're thinking about it, but, I heard there were a whole bunch of drones around here, and I don't want to hear buzzing all the time while I live here. Have you seen any other ones?
No. I mean...
No?
Oh, well, there's my... Oh, no. One of the parts fell off.
Oh, no.
Oh, can you help me find it? One of the propellers.
Did you lose one of the props? Yeah, let me find it for you. I go over and start searching around to see if I see where it happened when it landed, pop it off. So let's see if we can look around that area.
All right. And why don't you go ahead and give me a spot hidden?
Well, I will if you let me. For fuck's sake.
Well, no one's stopping you from giving a spot hidden.
I needed a 70. I rolled a 51. That's a success.
Okay, so yeah, you easily find it. It's just a few feet away. It clearly, when it landed, just bounced off the ground and snapped off.
Yep.
But it's one of those type that can just snap back in place. No big deal.
Yep.
And So he holds the drone up to you, and he's like, "Could you pop it back in, please?"
Yeah, I put it back on for him and
Thanks.
make sure the rest are pushed down tight. And
Absolutely, and you can tell just looking at it that it's a pretty quality drone. It's one of those types that takes video, and it's got a memory card in it.
Okay, cool.
And it looks like it's pretty nice.
Could it possibly be from DJI, which is one of the world's leading makers of consumer level drones? # sponsor us.
# not sponsored. I'm going to say, oh, you know what? I think the landing gear might be a little loose. Let me check that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You make sure that remote's shut off so we doesn't turn on me, okay?
Okay, yeah, it's
As
disengaged.
he's checking the remote, I'm gonna flip it upside down and I'm going to pop out the micro SD card and pocket it.
All right, I'm going to need a sleight of hand on that. Isn't that what it's called?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm spending it. I needed a 10. I got a 19. I'm going to spend 9 luck.
What's that take you down to?
Very low. That is 22 left.
All right.
We won't talk
You're
about
getting to
luck
be a
around
little
here.
unlucky there. But
Yeah,
yes, you
geez,
managed to
people.
successfully palm the memory card.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. It was just a little bit loose, but I got it tightened up for you.
Oh, okay, thanks.
I'm going to set it down and say, all right, well, you have fun. Start walking back towards where direction I came.
Okay. So you walk back towards, and you hear the sound of running feet. And
It's just feet.
Detox crest the hill.
Oh, you win.
How? I got like such a long head start.
Yeah,
This
but
is
I have
so
a move
great.
rate that's higher than yours.
Yeah, but you looked around for like 5 minutes after I started.
Well, next we have to have a boxing match.
Yeah, that's it.
And
We're gonna have
And
a
some
gunfight
wee
now.
bowling, and then we'll call it good.
And then you hear a Roy following closely behind, but huffing and puffing.
Wait, do we arrive at Jack?
Yep. Yep, you're standing at the top of the hill as he's walking back up it.
You cheated. You know it.
I didn't cheat you, just holding out of shape.
Jack, Celtics trivia start right now.
What color are the uniforms?
Green, I win. Oh, you suck, dude.
Nope, green and white. Sorry, you're out. Okay, so I'm going to address them. What are you two doing?
Roy here got in trouble for snapping the guy's pole that he was fishing with.
Roy.
And
he
instead
just
of
ran
actually
off.
talking to the guy, he just kind of ran away.
All right,
I
we got to
think
get back
we got
there and
that
fix
backwards.
this. Come on. We found out some information. That person that you had a run-in with and snapped his pole is in charge of the places that we need to go visit.
Turns out Dan might have had a cabin on the island that he was renting. And it also turns out that the guy you snapped his fishing pole is the guy who is kind of in charge of the cabins. So we kind of need him to figure out where they are, and we need him to get inside.
But here's
Inside
the
what?
good news. Here's the good news. He only knows that me and Detox are criminals, so you can go talk to him.
You're a criminal?
No, I mean, misunderstood is what I meant to say.
All right, well, let's go back. I think we should address this and get this taken care of. If he needs new poles, we need to take care of that, Roy.
Hey,
So we ran
Detox.
after you, but what did you run after, Jack? You just
I saw a drone flying over recording us,
gonna,
so I wanted to see who that belonged to. And, my fears were put to rest. It was just a little boy playing with a birthday toy. But just to be safe, I got the memory stick. So I'm going to flick it like a coin over to Detox. Why don't you take a look and make sure there's nothing on there that we need?
all right, shouldn't be too difficult.
And I need to just do a quick little note to... I'm going to use your
editor?
keeper notes to Matt.
Oh,
I'm going to add something here.
I never get to keep her notes.
I'll add it to the top of your list.
You never give us stuff.
Never gonna give you stuff.
Yeah, that.
As much as I can say without copyright infringement.
You cannot say that much.
Never gonna.
Copyright strike on YouTube.
There you go.
3-2.
4 tube.
Oh, nice. I've never been there. I'll check it out later.
4chan. Mysterious hacker.
Not mysterious, it was me.
Okay. So I'm going to snatch the SD card.
Gross.
And I'm just going to kind of sit down on top of the hill, swing my bag around, and using it as a table, I'm going to
Jesus Christ.
pull my laptop out, and I'm going to plug the SD card in to see what's on this. I'm going to sit here for a minute and see what I can get off this card you found. You two can go down and try and figure out either where those cabins are so we can get into them, or if you can, make the guy happy so he'll just take us there. And I'm going to just start typing away at my laptop to try and see what I can see.
Great.
All right.
Okay. So let's follow Jack and Roy as they make their way back to Kingfish Charters.
So
And
Roy,
as we're walking, I yell back to Detox that it's a race. First one there wins.
Nice.
So Roy, what happened? Just so I
Well,
can get it clear before we talk to him.
So you know that dude's nuts, right? You could tell by the way that I liked him. So
Yeah, that's a
he
given.
went nuts and started smashing the poles up.
He did?
Yeah.
Why?
And he's blaming me because I'm an easy target in this day and age.
Okay, Roy. We're almost there. Can you tell me what really happened? It's okay, whatever happened. It's okay what happened.
All right.
Just tell me. What happened?
So pescatarians are worse than vegans?
I didn't say start at the beginning.
So pescatarians are worse than vegans in my mind, and that's absolutely what this dude was not. He was the opposite of a pescatarian, and I don't even know what to call that. So I got confused and angry,
Okay.
and I broke his pole, and
All right. All right. So it was really just a confusion thing.
Yes, that's what it was.
Should be able to be fixed with a little bit of talking and a little bit of purchasing.
Yeah, yes,
All
that.
right. Let's hope that these poles were not like sentimental to this boy.
It probably wasn't.
All right.
But
Let's
I
see what
wish
we can
you
do.
didn't say that out loud, because now they will be.
Here's a pro tip. Duct tape fixes a lot of things.
Hey, keeper, take these fingers and put them in your ears. All
It
right.
doesn't work.
So we're going to approach the boat rental place and knock on the door. We're not going to just enter.
Okay. So Phil pokes his head out.
Gross.
Oh, dude, you're back.
Yeah, I heard there was some issue. I apologize. Roy and I are here to make this right.
I told you I'd be right back, dude. It's not my fault you didn't trust me.
Man, you gotta stop being so bogus. Come on in. And you walk in and you see Ned applying pressure to Edward's bloody nose. Jack. And Ned is looking at you. Both Phil and Ned are glaring at the two of you.
Roy, what happened? Come on.
I told you what happened.
Why is his nose bleeding?
I don't know. He probably did it to himself.
All right, I'm going to go over to him and see if he's okay. Do I have any medical training?
Well, he's clearly been punched in the nose. His nose is swollen, and there's blood trickling down. Ned is applying some pressure to try to keep the bleeding. He's got his head tilted back.
All right, I'm going to try first aid just to help.
Dude, I got this. Don't worry, Ned says.
All right, you sure you don't need any help?
I don't need your help. I mean, if this is the kind of help you guys are giving, this is not righteous.
That's why we're here. We apologize. I'm not sure exactly the events that happened since they were the only two there, but I guarantee you that we will make this right.
Well, I appreciate that, dude. I mean, we're all part of the same band here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
I don't even play an instrument except the skin flute.
And then you can tell Jack that Edward is keeping a close eye on
Roy.
on Roy, and he looks slightly fearful.
Okay. Hey, Roy, I'm going to call Roy over. Take a couple steps away and call him over. Roy, you do me a favor.
Yeah.
Will you keep watch outside? I want to make sure that there aren't any more drones or anything like that going around. I have a bad feeling about this place. Somebody knows something that I don't know. It's just weird. I just got a feeling.
All right, I'll do that. And on my way out, I'll just look back at Edward and say, "Thanks for snitching, bro."
And as you
2 for flinching.
as you prepare to exit, Phil holds out his hand for the poles.
Throw him on the ground.
Roy, come on. I pick him up and hand them.
Phil's already got him. He picked him up, so he's standing over by the door.
So we bumped heads and then our eyes met.
And he's just shaking his head. He's like, "Dude, I don't know what's wrong with that guy, but he's got problems."
Yeah, no, man. You should see how many kids he's got. He takes every mission he can to get out, to get away.
Bogus.
Yeah. Hey, what can I do to make this right? I know this is really, really bad, but I just tell you, we're not bad. He's not a bad guy. He just makes some mistakes.
Well, I think it's best if you keep him away from us.
All right.
Edward's a real nice guy, and he's he's a caretaker here, and he's been here for a long time, and but he's a little young, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I completely understand.
But don't worry about the poles, man. We got plenty of poles here, and to be honest, Edward, he comes in here about once a week to snap poles, so it's not.
Oh, does he?
So we basically just give him whatever he wants. And
Gotcha.
He's a good guy. Gotcha. You should talk to him.
Yeah, I would love to. I gotta step up and talk to him. Stop drinking, sir.
So Ned sees you approach and hands you the bloody rag with ice in it.
I lick it. No gold.
No, it's for his nose, dude.
Oh,
God, he's
all right. Wherever Ned was sitting is where I'm gonna sit.
All right, so you take Ned's spot, and Phil and Ned go behind the counter, and they're looking at the broken poles and sort of strategizing how if they can be fixed or not, and they pull out a roll of duct tape, and then
nice.
So Edward's keeping a close look at you, and he's like looking you in the eyes, just dead straight.
Kiss him.
Hi. Sorry your friend got so mad.
Hey. My name's Jack. I don't know if you remember that, but it is not your
Jack,
fault.
that's my dad's name.
Really?
Yeah. Jack Cross.
That's fantastic. It's a good name, isn't it?
I call him Jackie. Well,
yeah, that's good.
When I go talk to his grave anyways.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
It's all right. We all go there.
That's true. That is true.
Unless we don't.
What do you mean?
Oh, I don't know. Some people say we do. Some people say we don't.
Hell, it's all what you think, my friend.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I'll tell you, sir. I think we all just sort of go round and round, like a carousel,
game?
like a carousel.
Alrighty.
You get on them painted horses and you go round and round, and sometimes you get off but then you look back and it's you on the horses again.
Oh, kind of like reincarnation. You ever heard of that?
What?
That's a story for another time.
That's a mighty big word.
Yes, it is.
I saw a flower once. It was called a carnation. Is that what you're talking about? Flowers?
It's similar to that. Yes, actually.
Oh.
We'll have to talk another time about that. Hey, I have a quick question for you.
Yes, sir.
I know this is really out of place, but I'm looking for a place to stay for a couple days or maybe a week or so. Do you know of any place around here that we could rent or use?
And he immediately smiles, a wide smile. He's like, "Oh yeah, I got a place. I'm in charge of the place just up the way.
Well, that will be perfect.
It's called Villa Winona.
Villa Winona.
Yeah,
Okay.
villa means like a house. It's really just a
Oh.
house, but they call it a villa.
Gotcha.
And
Winona is
that's where I
short for
live.
Winona Ryder.
Yes, Villa Winona Ryder.
Stealing dresses. Got it.
Yeah. There's nobody staying there right now. It's kind of off season.
Oh, there's not. Was there
Yeah.
somebody already staying there a little while ago, or no?
No. Well, I mean, a while back during the high season, the
Oh,
only
okay.
place we had was a nice gentleman who stayed up at the Sunset Cottage on the same property, just across
Oh,
the street.
okay. Now, is the Sunset Cottage nicer? Should I stay there?
Oh no, sir. That's occupied. That's where that gentleman rented about a week ago or so.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
Yeah,
Okay.
no. The Villa Winona, that's open, but Sunset Cottage is not open. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But
Would you be able to?
the Villa Winona is quite nice.
Would you be able to show me that?
The villa, yeah. It's just up the
Yeah.
road here. We can walk if you want.
Now,
Or you got
before
car.
we go, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Roy will be staying with me, the one that you were
Oh,
fishing with. Is
well-
that going to be okay?
No, yeah, it's fine. I mean, I understand. I make some people angry. I don't
No,
talk
it is
very
not your
fast.
fault. It's not your fault. He has some issues too that he's working through, okay?
Oh, so he's like me?
He's like you.
Oh.
And that's why it gets hard to do it sometimes.
Well, that's okay. I mean, this is a good
Yeah.
place for people like me.
All right. Well, now you understand a little better, right?
I do, but just tell him not to hit me no more,
Oh, I promise that will not happen again.
and I promise
Roy?
not to take him fishing no more.
All right. Yeah, if he wants to go fish, he can go by himself, can't he?
Yeah, I guess he don't like them pests.
The pastors. Got
Passes.
it.
He don't like them religious types.
Pasties. He hates pasties.
Pasties are pretty good though.
Yeah, pasties are good, but
got
pasties,
them beef and
shaped
got
like a
them-
mother.
They got them peas and it's good. I'm getting kind of hungry.
Well, you go ahead and clean yourself up. I'm gonna get everybody ready, and we'll
No,
follow you up there.
I'm good. I'm good to go right now. Let's
Well,
go.
all right, let's go.
All right. So Jack and Edward head out of Kingfish Charters. Phil and Ned give them a sort of a weird look and shake their heads. And they call out, "Don't worry, Edward. We'll get your poles ready. It's all good."
Thank you, boys. I really appreciate all your help with this. We'll get this straightened out.
Yeah, no problem. Just try to be righteous.
Oh, we will.
Don't be bogus.
will.
Tell your boy not to be so bogus.
Yeah, trust me.
All right.
I think he realizes.
Well, good luck to you. I hope you find you someplace you can rent a boat.
Yeah, we do too. It seems strange on an island. There's only one goddamn place, but we'll figure it out.
All right. So Jack and Edward depart Kingfish Charters. Roy is standing outside, and Edward looks sheepishly up at Roy. Oh, sorry about the fish, sir.
Accepted.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, come on over and I'll show you the Villa Winona. And he starts walking up the road.
All right, guys, let's follow him. Why don't you Detox? Why don't you grab? Actually, Roy, why don't you grab?
We got to cut there. Detox. You're sitting 50 yards away,
Yeah, that's why I switched to Roy.
and you're typing away, loading up the SD card, which is pretty easily done. It's obviously
It's a
just
micro
series of-
SD card.
Yes. It's you can see that it's a series of videos recorded by the drone. It's black and white, not color. And so you initially start, and you can see that the drone took footage of the island, just sort of Deal Island, just sort of swooping around. And then at a certain point, the footage switches towards the open water. And you can tell that it's probably open water to the west of Deal Island. So why don't you go ahead and give me a luck roll?
Okay. Considering I think I'm the only one left on this team that has any kind of luck.
Yes. See how that comes in handy
Shut
later?
the fuck up.
I needed a 70 and I got a 29. That's a hard success.
So you're watching intently the video file, and it's just open water, open water, open water. But then you can see a speck of what appears to be a landmass. And it becomes closer and closer. And this must have been a day when the winds weren't very gusting, because the video footage is quite steady. It's almost surreal, almost as if it hadn't been taken by a drone per se, because you're well aware of drone footage, and this is extremely stabilized and much lower than close to the water than you would expect this sort of footage to be. And the speck on the horizon resolves itself to a landmass that you can quite clearly see some sort of structure. It looks like a crumbling building of some sort overlooking the water on this landmass. And you think you can make out the tiny speck of a white boat parked in a cove, and then the footage goes dark. And you're just about ready to press a button to either rewind and review it or to eject it, stop it, when the footage resolves itself again, and it's really grainy this time. It's not very clear footage. And you can see three figures standing on a hillock. And you immediately recognize it's footage of you, Jack, and Roy standing on the very hillock that you're sitting upon. And there's a little boy a few yards away behind you. You can't see them. You can't see this little boy from the vantage point that you can see yourselves standing on the hillock. He's behind you. And he's controlling what appears to be a drone from the footage is what it makes it seem like, that there's another drone. And as you peer closer, it looks like you, Jack, and Roy are all little boys or kids. What? It's almost as if you're 9 years old, all three of you. And I'm going to need you to make a sanity roll, please.
What do you mean, no years old?
We were the unborn. I needed a 50 and I rolled a 33. That's a success.
So you look at this footage, and it's the weirdest thing because you're all wearing the exact same outfits that you're wearing today. And everything that's happening in the video happened in reality. It's you and Roy talking to Jack after your race, only you're little kids. And then the footage goes back to black again.
What?
Well then, looks like I'm going to have a fun night poring over some footage, and I'm going to copy the files over to the hard drive on my laptop.
Okay.
Pull the micro SD card out. I'm going to copy the text message I got from my phone over to my laptop as well. And then I'm going to walk down the hill towards the water a bit. I'm going to snap the micro SD card and throw it in. I'm going to take my phone and I'm going to crush it very thoroughly into small pieces and then chuck what remains of it into the water as well.
All right.
That'll kill the fish.
All right. And so let's cut back to Jack and Roy and Edward. Edward's leading you up the road. Are you guys leaving your car at Kingfish Charters or?
Well, I was going to tell Roy, hey, Roy, why don't you grab the car and follow behind us? I'll walk with him if that's cool with you. See if you can get Detox's attention, too. Let him know we're going.
No, because then he might beat me to the house.
They'll be sitting next to you in the car. You have
Fine.
control of the door locks.
That's true.
You'll be able to
Therefore,
get there
I have
first.
the power.
The power of cheating!
All right. So remind me again what you're doing.
Roy is going to take the car and get Detox's attention and pick up Detox
Okay.
and follow us in as we walk. So just drive behind us slowly.
Okay. Great. So Roy hops in the car, zooms on up to the hill, which is just up the way. And Detox, you see the car approaching shortly after you chucked some stuff.
Who's Chuck?
Oh, Chuck's my friend.
You don't have friends. Don't lie to
Yeah,
me.
you're right. I don't have any friends. Gonna walk around to the side of the car. So where do you think you're going in such a hurry?
We're gonna follow Jack and Fish Boy, and I guess he got us a house.
All right, sounds good to me. And I'm gonna hop in.
Okay. Cool.
Hey, Roy, I'll give you $20 to run over Fish Boy.
Oh, you think I
Oh,
will?
come on.
Yikes.
And I will speed towards Fish Boy as fast as I can, and then hit the brakes right before I hit him.
Nice. And it's right at the entrance to Villa Winona. Bink. There you go. So essentially, Villa Winona is just right up the way. It's more or less on the.
Oh, it's real close.
Yeah, it's basically on the shoreline, and across the street from Villa Winona is actually a really nice house. It's more of a almost like an estate, and there's a smaller shack that sort of sits off maybe 50 yards from the main property, and you can tell that's where Edward lives. In this small, it's not really a shack, but it's it's
like a mother-in-law type place.
Yeah. And then across the street from that is another place that is maybe half the size of Villa Winona. So Edward grins as Roy slams on the brakes just before hitting him. And you, Jack?
How close is the car to us?
Roll D20.
I don't want to. 15.
15 inches.
I turn around and slam both of my hands on the hood of the car and just stare at Roy.
Hi, Jack.
Why don't you go park?
I am parked.
Get out.
I'll lock the doors, but then I'll pry mine open with my hand and get out, and then close the doors and yell, "I beat you."
All right.
Detox, you going to sit in the car or are you coming out?
No, I'm going to get out of the car.
All right, sweet. So all four of you guys are standing in the driveway to Villa Winona, and Edward's like, "Oh, so there's a fountain out back. There's 3 bedrooms. It's $280 a week. Yeah, that's what she said. Oh, $2.80 a week. And I can run and get groceries if you want. It's not a problem. It's just the way I go up to Arby's, so nothing fancy. And I can get some fresh fish. I mean, well, maybe not fish, but and you know, you can walk down by the shoreline. That's all good. And it's completely furnished. Of course, there's nice fold out couches, and it's like three and a half baths.
Well, that sounds fantastic. We appreciate it. Who do we pay?
Or you can pay me, and the owner is I just put it in an envelope and stick it in the mailbox to the owner.
Can we pay with a credit card? Is that possible?
Yeah, I can run that up to Arby's.
Well, I don't want any roast beef, but
It's pretty good.
All right.
Have you had the breakfast burrito? It's pretty good.
Yeah, they are good. I'll give you that.
Only a couple days old, but
All right. I'm going to pull out my my card and give it to them to.
Oh,
give
we
it
can
to him
settle
to
up
open.
later. I got keys right here, so I can
Oh,
let
you
you
sure?
whatever.
All right. Well, we might be able to do cash then. I just didn't get to an ATM or a bank or anything yet.
Well, there's an ATM back at Kingfish or up at the Arby's too.
Perfect. That's perfect then. So we can settle up tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I can swing by around dinner time if you want.
Sounds like a plan. You want to come over for dinner?
Well, I'm just
Jack.
50 yards away, so sure.
All right. Well, what's up, Roy?
No, it's too late.
Oh, it's not 3 late? Let me check.
Never mind. It's done is done.
All right. Well,
Punch him again.
Here's the keys. Why don't you guys boys make yourself comfortable, and I'll just be over to my shack if you need me.
Yeah, you do that.
Hey, Edward, I heard there was another cabin around here.
Yeah, you mean right across the street there, Sunset Cottage?
Oh, yeah?
Well, I told your friend that's already taken. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry I wasn't there for that, but yeah, thank you for letting me know.
Oh, that's all right. I mean, I haven't seen that gentleman around, but he said he only needed it for a week, so I think his rent's due like tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I'll let you know if it frees up if you want it.
Yeah, that'd be great. We appreciate it.
I mean, it's a cute little 2-story cottage with a wide front porch, gorgeously elaborate Larson screen door.
Whoa. You make sure that you tell me the second it's free.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
He really loves them screen doors.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we got that one special.
I know about the Larson screen door. Come on. This isn't,
okay.
I'm not amateur hour here.
I ain't totally sure what's going on here, but here's the keys, Mr. Jack, and let me know if you need anything, and I'll be over there.
All right, I appreciate it. You have a good night, okay?
Are we still doing dinner?
Absolutely. Give us about an hour. What time is it?
It's about 2:00.
Give us about 5 hours.
Oh, all right. Well, I got some business to do, and you guys have a good afternoon now.
You do.
All right.
Don't tell me what to do.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
I love you.
All right.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to look over to Roy and give a nod. And he knows that
back.
means punch him in the face. No.
Oh, yeah.
To maybe do a quick sly walk across the street to check out the other property.
I don't know why you nodded and didn't just say that.
Because he's still within earshot.
He's not smart.
Hey.
Straw.
Hey.
Straw.
Hey.
Straw.
All right. I'm going to motion to detox. All right, let's head in.
I
All right.
agree.
And once we get inside and I shut the door, I'm like, all right, what'd you find out?
It was footage of the kid's drone. It was kind of grainy. Not a very nice camera on that thing. He flew around the island a little bit, went out over the water, and came back.
Crikey. You mind if I take a look? Watch it together? Is that cool?
Don't do it. Say no.
You're gone, Roy.
Anyone else hear that whispering? Or is that just me?
Yeah, I was
Facebook.
just wondering if you guys would like to possibly have some... oh, never.
Looks like Roy updated his Facebook status. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
It's been a bit.
We'd bring back the Facebook updates anyhow. Yeah, let me just pull up the video file. I'm gonna pull my laptop out and find like a table or something to sit down at. And I'm going to pull up the file that I pulled off of the SD card. And I'm gonna play him the file, but only up until the point where it cuts to black the first time.
Okay.
Wow. That is, I wouldn't think a camera like that, a drone like that would have a good enough camera to get those shots of that island.
You'd be surprised how far small camera technology has come. Believe it or not, I know a guy who can get his hands on things that fly a lot higher and get a lot better resolution.
Yeah, but I'm saying like
it might not be set up for civilian use, but
that's what I was saying. Yeah, the little boy having this is little crazy.
Nah.
So we have a little bit of proof that he went there, so that's good. It's the white boat, one person. That's got to be him. Anything else on there?
No, just that one flight. He must have stopped recording on the way back.
All right. Well, let me get that SD card back. I want you to erase it though, so I can get it back to the kid.
Oh, I already snapped the SD card in half and disposed of it, so that way no one else could. Yeah.
Oh man. Do you have any blank SD cards? I want to get this. I don't want this kid getting in trouble from his parents. He got this for his.
Do I have any blank SD cards? I'm gonna pull out a small box from the back of my bag and open it up, and there's something like at least 100 plus micro SD cards in this small box.
All right. Anyone in particular I can take, or doesn't matter?
They're all the same. Feel free to take whatever you want.
I'm gonna take 2 of them. Eat 1 of them. And just pocket them, so if I see that kid again, I can give him one.
Okay. Great. Let's switch back to Roy. What was his directive?
Well, that's the nod I gave him so we get to see what he could pull from that nod.
Roy.
All right, so based off that nod, I will go across the street. Well, first of all, right, so I'll go across the street. I guess I can do my first of all there.
Oh.
I'll go across the street with my handy dandy screen door kit, and I'll go around back and start taking that Larson screen door down.
Well, it's on the front door, by the way.
Oh, okay, then I'll go to the front. You think they don't have screen doors?
I'm going to need you to make a luck roll, please.
Oh, that's not good.
Probably
but okay.
not.
I had a 25. I needed 25. I got a 60.
Oh, spend the luck.
So what happens is
push that roll. Oh wait.
You cross the street, go up the front porch, immediately spot that beautiful Larson screen door. Oh my God, it's in pristine condition. And you kneel down to begin to do your surgery on it. And you hear tire tracks, tires rolling on dirt road, pull into the driveway right behind you.
All right, I'll duck into the bushes.
You've got ducks?
Before you're able to, as
Quack,
you
quack,
straighten up
motherfucker.
and not even look behind you, you hear a voice. Excuse me, what do you think you're doing?
I'm the inspector.
Is your last name Gadget?
No, that's a fictional character.
Well, why don't you come on down here, sir?
Why don't you come up here, guy?
Don't mind if I do.
That's your guy, friend.
Oh, dang it.
And you hear footfalls coming towards you.
So, why are you here, sir?
How do you know I'm a guy? You're still turning around.
I can tell by voices.
He can tell by the way you
I happen to
smell.
be the law in this neck of the woods. What are you doing here?
I'm inspecting the screen door. I'm the screen door inspector.
Oh, really? Well, let's see your credentials.
Let me hold on. Let me weigh my options here. I could point my gun at his face,
Oh God, baby.
call up my credentials, but instead, I'm gonna pull out.
He actually
My
has
screen
screen door
door-
credentials.
I was gonna pull out my screen door in diamond club card
Okay. Nice.
and show it to him.
All right,
and
so
say-
you turn around and you see a lanky gentleman. He looks like he's probably in his mid-40s, maybe late 40s, but in very good condition. He looks lean. He's wearing a brimmed hat with sheriff's badge on it. And, of course, he's wearing a sheriff's badge as well. You also notice that he is not wearing a gun. He only has a baton. And he's got his hands on his hips. He's dressed in full uniform, just a tan uniform. And you turn around and whip out your diamond. Diamond. Is it diamond platinum?
Diamond crusted.
Diamond's the highest rank they have.
Your
I mean, I'm
diamond
doing my work
screen
to make sure a platinum one can exist, but they've never had someone so dedicated to the cause that they deserve a platinum.
And you extend out your card. He takes your card, looks you up and down. He's like, Roy Arroyo?
That's the name. Don't wear it out.
Huh. Yeah, I think I stayed at a screen door in probably, God, I don't know, a couple of years back. And was that you on the wall?
Of course it was.
So they just sort of send you out here to check on screen doors, huh?
Do you think that there is a higher authority on screen doors than the screen door in? And if you think that, you're
probably
dumb.
not.
Yeah,
Well,
I know.
how about a fast talk on that one?
Well, that's not going to go well.
Do you have one better? You could also do charm. Probably not intimidate at this point.
Hold on.
Which
Let me
one's better?
look here. So I have
Like
a
Charmed, like the
persuade.
TV
Could a
show?
persuade be it?
Persuade's good too.
All right, I'll go for a persuade.
Okay.
And I still failed anyway. I needed a 50. I got a 71.
Oof. Okay. So he hands back your card and he's like, that's all fine and good, sir, but why don't you tell me why you're really here?
Like legitimately, I was just admiring the screen door.
It is quite nice. It's a larceny. I don't know if you know much about screen doors, really, but this is a larceny.
Oh,
It is on.
Welcome to the Screen Door Digression Tapes podcast.
I know a lot about screen door, buddy.
Well, tell me this. Do you know anything about the gentleman who rented this place?
I don't know nothing about that douchebag other than I can assume he doesn't admire this Larson properly.
Well, it's just sort of odd. You know, it's off season right now, and now we have two sets of strangers carousing the island.
Can we go back to that thing you said a few minutes ago about how you think I don't know a lot about screen doors? Because that's a little more the focus than you trying to be a big cop man who, ooh, I do my job even though I'm not allowed to have a gun in this pussy town.
Yeah, so you don't know the person who rented this place?
No, I was trying to meet him. He's a
For
person
what?
of interest because I'm in the neighborhood. He's got a nice screen door. I'd like to know more about the person and make sure it's properly taken care of.
And I assume you're with those other two that are over at Villa Winona.
I
across the
wouldn't say
street.
I'm with them, but I know them.
I see. And do they know this person?
No, they're in the same boat as I am. Because we're
what-
from a city that has
what-
actual people in it, so
what
we don't.
boat would that be?
We can't know
Yeah,
everyone.
I was gonna say, Roy, we can't find a single boat on this stinking island, so we're not in any boat together because there is no boat to begin with.
I'm on a boat, mother.
Well, Mr. Arroyo, how about we just take a walk across the street and talk to your compatriots?
They're gonna back everything up I said because guess what? Unlike you, we have some education where I don't know about the one, but the other, well, actually, neither of them are that smart. I have education, and I'm trying to infringe it upon these two morons that I run with.
All right. Well, I think I'm reading you loud and clear. So let's go talk to those guys.
All right.
To you.
Come on. So as he's walking across the street towards Villa Winona, he's like, "So are you a fisherman?
Yeah, I do like
Is that
to
what brings
fish.
you to the island?
Yeah, I like to fish. You know.
Yeah. Would you say
I'm not
you're a
a fan of-
pescatarian by any chance?
No. I'm a catch. I don't do catch and release.
Well, we have certain DNR restrictions around here. Just so you're aware, we do only catch and release around here.
No wonder. No wonder you got cops like you sitting around here.
Yeah. All right. Well, here we are. And he knocks on the door at Villa Winona.
Great.
And Jack and Detox here and knock at the door.
We
No one
expecting
answers.
company anytime soon?
No, get down. Shut the lights off. All right, I'm going to go up to the door thinking, it's been, half an hour, maybe 15, 20 minutes?
It's been literally like 10 or 15
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah. Okay. I'm thinking it's what's his name coming back? What's his name?
Edward?
I think it's Edward coming back. I'm open the door, be like not paying attention, be like, Edward, did you forget something? Oh, I'm sorry, officer. Can I help you?
Yes. Do you know this gentleman?
I actually do.
I see. Well, I caught him snooping across the street, trying to do some damage to the screen door.
I wasn't trying to
Damage.
damage it. I'm not damaging it, you
Roy,
idiot.
hold on.
Hold on. How
can
you
guarantee
would
you
insinuate that I would
damage
that me,
Screen door.
Diamond Club screen door in member, would damage a screen door?
He's not doing any damage to any screen door. I guarantee you. If he was messing with it, it was probably to fix it.
Well, that's sort of what he was saying. He said he
Yeah,
claims
there's
he's
no
inspector.
way. He wants to put screen doors everywhere.
I see. Well, you got a few moments to talk?
Absolutely.
All right. He wipes his feet on the mat and takes off his hat.
Hey, leave Matt alone.
Nope, you're still muted, buddy.
Ah, there we go.
Hi, Matt.
So he
Hi.
and
How
he
dare he wipe his feet on me? I will not stand for this.
he
You aren't.
Punch him in the nuts.
he ushers in Roy ahead of him, and then shuts the door behind him. And he's looking at Jack now, clearly fixated upon the reasonable person here. So your friend here says you might know the person who rented the place across the way.
Well, we're not sure yet. And I'm going to pull out my badge and hand it to him, still folded, the wallet folded.
I see. FBI. Is this in relation to a case?
Yeah, it is, but it's an obscure case. It's a cold case, so we're actually not here on official business. But we got wind of this, and it was really ironic that this fell into our laps, as you might say. I don't know if that's ever happened to you, but it's a little bizarre how things are coming together here.
Well, I'm sorry, you're speaking in riddles. Can we speak plainly? What is it you're investigating?
Just plain yogurt. Well, We have a person that's been missing for, I'd say, about a week and a half now.
Well, that's not much time.
It is not much time. But this particular case, he's actually a friend of ours. So we're taking it a little bit more personally than we would most other cases. We don't even know if we're on the right trail yet, to be totally honest with you.
I see. Well,
we're just following the little crumbs that we have, and it led us to here. So now, but we're hitting a roadblock. I don't know if maybe you could help us out at all.
Well, I could certainly try as long as
someone local that knows every going on that happens on this place would really be a great resource for us.
All right. Well, what can I call you?
My name is Special Agent Jack Whiteside. You can call me Jack.
Yeah, it says right here on your credentials, Jack Whiteside.
Yeah, yes. Special Agent Jack
Mr. Whiteside, that's all fine and good, but to have FBI snooping around my island without notifying me first is a little strange. If you don't mind me saying.
No, and I completely understand. Like I told you, we're doing this out of respect for our friend that is missing, and he's on a path that we're worried is going to get him hurt, to be completely honest.
All right. Well, I understand that. And he pulls out a little notepad, writes down your name, Roy Arroyo's name. And what's your name, young man?
Oh, I'm still around the corner. I haven't come to the door yet.
Oh, no, he spotted you.
Oh, okay. I thought I was like around an actual
He got
corner.
you.
Or
he heard you. He's trying to follow you out.
Young man.
Mm-hmm. My name is Julio Estrada.
How do you spell that?
That'd be Julio Estrada.
You sure that's not Julia?
No, my parents were hippies, and they kind of had a thing for naming people names that were rather unexpected or usually reserved for the opposite gender because they wanted to, really stick it to the man. They were really strange people.
I see. Okay, well, that's fine and good. I lived through the '60s, so that's fine.
Of course you did.
And all right. And so, what's your friend's name? The one you're looking for.
My name's Cliff.
Oh,
Cliff
his name is Dan.
Dan?
The man.
Is that his last name? The man?
Mm-hmm. The man. We call him the man.
The man. How do you spell that?
DAMAN.
All right. What is that? What kind of role is that, Brian?
I don't feel like you need a roll to lie like that.
I think that's a pretty shitty lie. So yeah, I think I might need a roll.
Intimidate or jump or jump. Come on.
It's gonna be fast talk.
It could be a library use roll.
It's fast talk.
Oh shit! I'm fucked. I needed a 5. I got a 64.
All right, so what do we learn from this? Maybe Jack doesn't do fast talk. Mr. Whiteside, I'm sorry to say this, and I know you're with the Bureau and everything, but everything I'm hearing now just does not jibe. I catch your friend across the street trying to do something to the... Essentially, it looks like he's breaking and entering. And clearly, you're not being forthright with me with the details. What is going on?
I'm going to step in front of Jack. Just give me a second to try and explain things here. Look, this man that we're tracking is a very close and dear friend of these two, and I think you'll understand if I say that they're a little bit shooken by some of the things that have happened, and it was a very sudden disappearance, and nobody really knows why he left or where he was going, and It's clear from a couple of things we've seen that he's been using different names everywhere he goes. Everywhere he goes, he just changes his name. So the one that we know him as might not be the one that he's using here. It's been very difficult to keep track of where he's going. I'm sorry. Let's see. He's also. Have you heard of a guy named Blaine? Like Blaine Manners? I believe he used that once or twice.
Well, yeah, that's Edward said that was the gentleman who rented the place across the street.
So he hasn't changed it yet. Yeah, he's running either to or from something, we have no idea, and he's just been, all over the place, and we think he might need a little bit of help, so we're just trying to get to him as quickly as we can.
Oh, well, that's the first word of truth I've heard today. Thank you, ma'am.
It was true when I called you uneducated.
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we take a little walk?
All of us?
Julio. Well, I'll tell you what.
Julio.
I'm going to take a little peek. I've got keys to the place across the street. And you and I are going to take a quick peek.
All right.
Julio? Julia?
So wait, honesty paid off for once? That's dumb.
Sports.
So why don't we go on over and take a quick peek, and we'll look around and see if there's any sign of your friend. How's that?
That'd be lovely, officer. Thank you very much.
Well, gentlemen, we'll be back. Don't worry, the young lady's in safe hands.
Please take your time, literally forever if you want.
All right. And he exits. Lets D-Tax go in front and shuts the door. Roy?
What's up?
You're slightly steaming at being denied access to that beautiful Larson screen door. And you're looking out the kitchen window, just trying to get your bearings slightly, thinking about crepes for whatever reason. And you see Edward out by his shack. And he's sitting on the stoop of his little house, and looks like he's whittling something, and he's talking to himself. Why don't you give me a spot hidden?
Nut job. Well, with the way I've been rolling.
Yes.
Yep. Needed a 70, got a 97. Not a fumble,
All right.
but a fail.
See, I should just say Jack because I can read lips.
Ooh, shit. Yeah, that'd be nice too.
I like lips.
So, yeah, the what pops into your head is exactly what you just said. Nut job. This guy is clearly unbalanced, and he's just sitting out there whittling on a piece of wood, just like you think every other local bumpkin would be.
I have
Jack?
the strong desire to run my car through a shed.
I still have $20.
Drive
Roy might be a serial killer.
It could be. Jack.
It all started with Blueberry.
Ooh, actually, I bought a box of it, by the way.
Nice. He leaves.
Audio podcast game. Audio podcast.
Oh, nice. You got Count Chocula.
He's got Count Chocula.
Quick, Brian, do you have Frankenberry by chance? We can complete this.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, Jack.
See?
You obviously see the constable leave with Detox, and you can hear Roy stomp off towards the kitchen. And you're like, oh my God, there he goes again. And your phone rings. It says unknown caller on it.
AT&T, how can I help you?
Remember where your microphone is, buddy.
It's on the bottom of the phone.
And you hear this sort of hiss. It sounds like and then a double click. That sounds very familiar. Detox. You follow Constable over towards the Sunset Cottage, and he's like, "So, What do they use you for over at the FBI?
I'm more of an outside consultant. I specialize in, the more digital side of things.
Oh, I see.
I'm like a step above normal, like IT. So if they ever have, any kind of real electronic-y based problem, that's when they call me, and then I can, kind of work my magic.
Well, they kind of missed up this time. I mean, this is Deal Island. We're, probably at least 15 years behind in technology.
Well, I mean, I'm not the one who has to worry. They're signing the paycheck, so as long as they want me around, you know what I'm saying? Got to make a living somehow.
And obviously, you're not from around here. What is that, Ukrainian accent? What is that? Norwegian?
Actually, New Zealand, if you want to get specific.
Oh, okay. What do they call them over there? Kiwis, like the fruit?
Yeah, it's generally what they say.
Yeah, I've always wanted to get there. I do love them Hobbit movies.
I don't blame you. If you visit some of the sets are still actually standing, you can go and tour them, and it's really neat. I've been there.
Oh.
I have a friend back there who actually is one of the tour guides. So
Really?
he'll sometimes take us in when it's closed, and we get to kind of get really up close with things. It's really cool.
Well, I'm Larry, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Larry.
Yep. You can call me Larry. They call me Lumley. You might hear them call me Lumley. That's my last name.
Of course.
So, just you and the two guys, huh?
Yeah, like they said, it's more of a personal thing. It's not, totally
you guys are
official.
dating, or?
No, it's personal, as in we're going after a friend.
Oh, what, so you're dating the friend who's missing?
I'm not dating any of them. I'm just here to help because
Oh.
they're paying me for help.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, Deal Island's kind of nice this time of year. It's there's not a lot of tourists. Arby's is pretty good for breakfast burritos.
Yeah, heard that.
A good fish fry too. I mean, if you're up for something like that, I could probably show you around if you wanted.
Yeah, maybe I'll take you up in that offer sometime.
All right. Well,
Seems like a nice little town you have.
just call 911. That's a joke, by the way. Don't ever call 911.
Of course.
It's a joke.
Don't ever call them. Period.
Period.
No, because it's 911 is the name, not period.
So,
Yeah.
I might be out here, not a lot of tech, but I've always been kind of a fan of old abandoned buildings and places, and I really like digging into history and that kind of thing, And I heard you have an old research center not too far from here.
No, nothing like that around here.
Let me see. I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out another phone. I believe it was Winoka Point.
Well, we don't talk about that around here. That's that's ancient history. I mean, they were doing some testing, like arms, weapons. That's long ago. That was in the Reagan administration, for Christ's sakes. Star Wars, all that crap.
Yeah.
Star
I
Trek.
don't know. It might have been a bit crazy, but sometimes that stuff can be kind of interesting, Just it's like, what was going on inside their heads when they're like, "Yeah, let's do that," It's like,
Well, in my estimation, it's better leave well enough alone. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Well, here we are. Let's go on inside. So this is Sunset Cottage, and he opens up the front door, being very careful of the Larson screen door. And inside, it's very nice, very well-kept interior. Looks like completely untouched. Looks like no one's ever lived there. You immediately spot that there are no signs of habitation whatsoever.
Well, if he was here, he was very clean.
Gross.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. You want to take a look around?
Yeah. I'll take a quick look, see if there's any signs of him around here.
All right.
Tell you what, why don't you keep an eye down here on the first floor? I'm
Sure.
gonna head upstairs and check, the bedroom and the bathroom.
All right. I'll take a peek around here and let me know if you find anything. Just give a shout.
Okay, and I'm going to head up to the second floor to start checking bedrooms and whatnot to see if he left, a suitcase or clothing or anything.
It's quite clear that this has not been visited upon in many, many weeks. You're not even sure that your friend, quote unquote, even spent any time, significant time here. But I will need you to make a spot hidden, please.
All right. I needed a 50 and I rolled a 58. That's a failure.
And would you like to let that stand?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, clearly the bed is completely made. There's not a wrinkle upon the bedspread, and there's no indication on the floor of like wheels from a suitcase or anything like that. And it's just very quiet. It's a bit musty in here, so it hasn't been aired out in quite some time. And that's it. Looks like it's never been used.
There's not like a phone in the room.
Maybe if you would have spent the 8 points.
Yeah, right. There is yes, there's a landline in the room.
Okay. I'm going to pull. I remember what happened back at Blaine Manor, so I'm going to pull the phone off and I'm going to unscrew it and see if the phone has been bugged.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and give me a spot hidden on that?
I needed a 50 and I rolled a 72. That's another failure.
No, it looks pretty intact to you. It does not have the same sort of coloration of the diode or anything like that. So it looks completely legit. And you hear a voice from below. You about done up there?
Put the phone back together and head back downstairs. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look like... If he was here, he was in and out, and he was very tidy about it, because it doesn't look like anyone's really been here. He did a really good job, actually. Should congratulate him on that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Listen, I've got to head back to the office. If you guys need anything, just give me a call. Here's my card. And you can see it says local constable Larry Manafort Lumley. And his office is in Chance, just across the bay.
Is this even his jurisdiction?
Yeah, he basically takes care of Dame's Quarter, Chance, and Deal Island.
Yeah.
This section. So, maybe I'll swing by later tonight if you want. I get off at 7.
I mean, we are having Edward over for dinner, so...
Well, I'd be happy
if you
to
want
join you if you want.
I don't know what we're making yet, but we'll figure something out,
Well, I figure since, this was a dead end, you folks would probably be heading out tomorrow, so...
Maybe. You wouldn't have to have like a library or any kind of like historical record collection anywhere on the island?
Nothing quite like that. You'd probably have to head up to Mount Vernon.
All right, and you don't have anyone else who knows anything about that old research center? I mean...
well, like I said, but yeah, I'm sorry. Maybe... look, if you really want to know a little bit more about the island itself, I don't know about the research center, but Deal Island, you definitely want to talk to old Captain Colonel Bacon. He usually hangs out at Arby's later in the evening.
All right, I'll be sure to swing down there and see if I can't chat the guy up.
Well, good luck, and give me a call if you guys are throwing together something on the Barbie. No offense, I mean not Barbie, but
I'll give it you go now. Yeah. Once we figure out what we're doing for dinner, I'll be sure to let you know.
All right. Well, I appreciate that, Julio. Well, have a good afternoon.
Yeah, right back at you, Officer Larry.
And tell your buddies to, calm down a bit. They just need to relax. Yeah. This is Deal Island. I mean,
like I said, close friends. How the, family problems. Really, they're almost like family. They've known each other for a long time, and
right.
When family goes missing, and it can be stressful, and people do weird things when they're stressed out. Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck with your search once you leave the island, and hopefully I'll see you later.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. And he gets in his cruiser and he pulls away.
He has a cruiser?
He cruises for bruises.
Cruiser?
He has Eddie in the cruiser.
Oh.
Yeah, baby. So we do need to wrap this up, but there's one little thing I can think of that might serve as a good cliffhanger.
Ooh.
Do you know what that could be, Matt?
Dinner.
Roll for dinner party.
I think if you shared your text message, maybe.
Can we just do a dinner party next episode?
The dinner party tapes.
Roy and I fight for 20 minutes over which fork goes where. Like fist fight.
Nice.
All while the spinach puffs that Roy made and are just burning away in the oven.
Are you comfortable with that, or should I make something else up?
Maybe we just be honest and let them and hope that the morale of our show allows people to come back next time without need of a cliffhanger.
Thank you and good night. We'll see you later. Probably not. I really wanted a chance to kind of look that over on my own before I potentially said anything.
Well, I was kind of hoping that you guys would all sort of discuss it together and try to come up with what it actually
Yeah, well, you
means.
made asshole come over and attack me, so that's on you.
It's up to you. I can pull something else out here if you would rather.
Yeah, I'd rather take a look at it
Okay.
or take a shot at it on my own before
Okay.
I let them know anything.
Great. So the cruiser pulls away
Zip.
and Detox
Said pulls
is
away.
left
Loud.
alone on the porch at Sunset Cottage.
Oh, sad.
What would you like to do, Detox?
Get hit by a car.
I'm just going to stand there, gently stroke the screen door in case Roy is watching.
Not touching it. Not touching
Not
it.
touching
Not touching it. Poke a couple holes. No. I'm going to pull out my new phone, pull up the text message that I received, and I'm going to run it through a cryptography program that I have to see if it's some sort of code that I can just break through brute force.
Okay. So why don't you, for the sake of our listeners, tell us what the text message currently says,
Okay.
if you can.
For the value of the listeners and not Jack or Roy, who should not hear this.
I'm not listening.
It is an asterisk, then capital U, lowercase r, uppercase Y, asterisk, 3, lowercase n, 3, uppercase D, 5, asterisk, 3, uppercase L, lowercase p.
Gross.
All right. So if you're going to run this through a cryptography program, what sort of role would that be?
Well, I would think it would be computer use.
There you have it. Roll away.
Cryptocurrency.
I'm going to use Bitcoin and the power of the blockchain.
Nice.
Damn it. Bitcoin and the blockchain, you have failed me. I needed a 70 and I rolled an 85. It's a failure.
And you're going to let that stand?
15 is a lot to spend.
Yeah,
You could also push it.
Yeah, but then bad things happen.
It's up to you, buddy.
Fine. I'm going to push that.
we've had too many horrible rolls today.
I needed a 70 and I rolled a 42. That's a success.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and edit your thing here.
Gross.
And only you can see this.
Woohoo.
So
I hope
I'm
so.
actually
It's
going
private.
to
Secrets. You don't know it, but I do. Because
I'm
it's
gonna move this off
secret,
screen slightly
secret.
so even the viewers can't see it.
Secrets are no fun.
And actually, I
unless you
just
share
need,
with
I
everyone.
still need you to say this out loud for the podcast. So I'm going to actually put this out here.
You want us to take our headphones off?
Yeah, in a minute.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and take off your headphones, guys. I'll give you a thumbs up when we're ready. Roy, come on. There you go. You got it. You got it. All right, nice. And the changes are saved. And what does this translate to?
It translates to hurry, he needs help.
And that's where we're going to end it.
What?
And that's where we'll call this episode.
Oh, I said what?
It's not a cliffhanger
No,
to
that's
me.
what we're going to call this episode. It's going to be called What?
What? Tune in next time for Chapter 7, Bloodlines. All right, what are your thoughts about the investigation so far? What are your theories about what is going on?
I think there's
literally no theories.
It's probably the government and the aliens working together with the moon Nazis.
I think
the Earth is flat.
I think Dan made it over there, and there's something that's keeping him there, and we need to get to figure out what it is.
Except for the fact that there's one rentable boat on this island.
You know what? We might have to leave this goddamn island and go to Chance or go to another place and get one, because if we can't get a boat, we're stalled.
Or
hey, French town Rumbly.
Roy, how many points do you have in swimming?
Not much.
I volunteer. I'll race you over to the island, Roy.
You think you will lose? Because you're gonna, idiot. I have
my
20 in swim, bro. Just saying.
Nice. Well, those are all really good theories, guys.
Oh yeah.
But now, But now,
ready for this? Oh, I rolled it for beating Roy. I needed a 47. I rolled a 47. I needed a 100. So clearly,
don't waste a possibly successful roll, idiot.
It was worth it.
Totally worth it. All right, guys, it's time for some recommendos. Please roll D100. Highest goes first.
Highest goes
first.
Get a 1.
Wait,
I want a 1.
highest
I
goes
rolled
last.
a 7.
Highest goes
Did
first.
you say highest goes last?
Highest goes first.
I got a
Actually,
46.
he said highest goes flat.
Highest goes flaccid.
Yeah. All
Damn
right,
it,
so it looks like we have
63.
it's going to be Brian, me.
Suck a nut. Okay. I am going to recommend The Haunting of Hill House, a new Netflix series that was released. It is the epitome of classic ghost story. I really enjoy this because the special effects are subtle, it's psychological, and the way they tell the story, you start out with this family moving into this ancient house to flip it, and all of a sudden they're grown adults, and you're seeing flashbacks of what happened to each individual child and the parent to complete the story and tell you exactly what happened and what you've seen throughout the series. I finished it today. I think it's been out for maybe a week. It's one of those that you can't put down. It just the little subtleties reminds me of stuff that I used to watch when I was a kid. Like they're walking through the hallway. When they come back out in the hallway, the statue is looking at them. And they don't notice it because they always pass it. It's something familiar to them. But the audience sees it. Very subtle. It's not a turn of the head. It's the head is already turned and watching the character. So if you don't notice it, you're like, well, what's the point of this? But you notice those little tiny things they put in there. And it's extremely shocking when they put in something very significant, like a little boy opening a door and seeing a specter floating, checking each room, looking for something. And his room is next. So I'll leave it at that. That way I don't spoil much more, but that's the part that hooked me, and that was like episode 3. So The Haunting of Hill House, very good. I don't know how they're going to follow it up with another season. They kind of wrapped a lot of it up at the end, but we'll see what they do. It's the house that's the main character, not necessarily the people that were participating in this. It's a house that feeds off of the families that come in.
Is Vincent Price in it?
He is not in it.
Oh,
So, huh?
not watching.
Two Utes?
Utes. So you know who the director is, don't you?
Probably, if I could look it up real quick. No, I don't.
Michael Flanagan.
Ooh, of the Flanagan clan.
Mike Flanagan, who also directed Ouija,
Success.
Origin of Evil.
I haven't seen it.
You and I went to the theater and saw it.
No.
Ouija? Yep. That's how you pronounce that?
Then why do I not remember it?
Because it was relatively forgettable. But it was actually pretty effective as a sequel to a terrible movie.
Okay.
So he's got chops, but he's done a lot of things. And he did Gerald's Game.
Okay.
On Netflix.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I tell you what, the series fits him then, because he can do a lot. His storytelling's quite well. The way he directs it is well done. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Definitely highly recommend it. I don't know again how they're going to do a season 2, but we'll see if they what happens when that comes.
And we just watched a movie on Shudder called The Witch in the Window, which it has similar setup where a dad is flipping a house and it's haunted, and there are things that the viewer sees but they don't see.
Okay,
very good. It was a really great movie.
And this flipping took place before flipping was a thing,
right?
You know what I mean? This is like in the 60s.
Yeah,
maybe 70s,
which is when that Ouija Origin of Evil took place, huh?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Flashing backs.
All right. Well, thanks, B. My recommendo is 2017's Revenge, directed by Coralie Fargat, starring Matilda Anna Ingrid Lutz, Kevin Janssens, Vincent Colombe, Guillaume Bouchedet, Avant Strangel, and of course, this is a French horror movie. It is violent and satisfying rape revenge flick with over-the-top gore, villains you can't wait to see get their comeuppance, a lot of cat and mouse action, and a lingering fist-pumping climax that equates to a comic book superhero origin story. It's pretty violent, so if you're not down with that, you probably wouldn't enjoy it as much. But I really dug the character setup, where you think that certain people are going to act certain ways based on the trope of the standard rape revenge flick, but then they totally invert those characters after the rape occurs, which is a nice mirroring aspect. And it has some ridiculous violence to it, where it just goes on way too much, but it's also kind of fun, which is really a weird thing to say about a rape revenge film. So I highly recommend Revenge. Currently it's on Shudder, and it's not exactly a feel-good movie, but there's a lot of fun to be had if you're looking for it. So check it out. All right, next up we have Gabe, I believe.
What did Matt get? I don't believe I got.
Yeah, you're right. Matt's next. Sorry.
Well, Gabe
I rolled a D4.
Rolled a D4. So.
Naughty.
Cheater. So my recommendo this week is Forza Horizon 4. It's the latest game in the Forza Horizon series, which is the less serious, more arcadey cousin to the Forza Motorsport series. This time it takes place in like the northern UK and part of Scotland. And the big thing in this iteration is seasons. Once a week on Thursdays, I believe, the entire map changes. You go from spring to summer to fall to winter. And each time you do, the map changes to go with it. So it's, wet and muddy in the spring, whereas in the summer, all the roads are dry. Whereas in the winter, the lakes are frozen over and everything's covered in snow. So it really is like every single time it changes, it's a different map. And just like all the other Horizon games, there's so much to do. You can, do road races, you can do off-road races, you can do cross-country, there's street racing. There are, speed cameras and danger signs, which are like jumps where you compete to see how far you can go. And this time around, there are, I believe, over 425 different cars for you to collect. So, if you like racing games, but you're not into like super serious racing games, Forza Horizon is a great place to start.
Sweet.
It's available on Xbox and PC, and it's play anywhere. So if you buy it on one, you get it on the other. Or if you don't feel like paying the full $60, it's on Game Pass. So, $10 and you get to play the game all you want for a month. Along with a lot of other games.
Yay.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag sponsor us, Microsoft. You have lots of money.
All right, Gabriel, how about you?
All right.
Cheater.
Well, I'd like to recommend because you don't have to reduce.
No, why? Did he unplug it as he whipped the box around?
No, that's a Brian move.
Just keep smiling and nodding. He doesn't know that we can't tell.
Oh.
How about that timing? All right, I'll start over. I'd like to recommend Count Chocula because you don't have to reduce yourself to a trend asshole who is a hipster loser bitch with no friends by eating blueberry.
Oh, blueberry's good. I've heard of that.
And then on a real level, that is real, obviously, but on a
Fake
secondary recommendo level, I'd like to recommend a wrestling event called Joey Janela's Spring Break. It takes place around the WrestleMania time of season, so it's past, but there's one coming up in like only 7 months.
Which will be about the time this podcast comes out, so you're right on track.
Yeah, bro. But you can watch them anywhere online, I'm sure. It's basically Joey Janela is an asshole, but he runs a wrestling event that is very good. And it's kind of the everyman wrestling show because you get 3 distinct types of wrestling in the show, which is good because I like all kinds of wrestling, though I do recognize that people don't. Generally, the 3 types that you'll get are like technical stuff with like submission matches and what have, comedy wrestling with James Ellsworth not being able to take a sweet chin music because he has no chin, and then hardcore matches with lots of tables and weapons violence, and you get those 3 like sprinkled throughout the night, just making it like a super show of all the different kinds of wrestling. And I think it's one of the shows that blends them well because it's a Joey Janela ran show, so you don't have expectations for a good flow, so it doesn't really matter, and you just have a good time. And I think that's really what Joey Janela's Spring Break is. It's spring break, and it's a fun time, and that's the show. So yeah, check that out. And Count Chocula while you watch it.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for this episode of the Lovecraft Tapes. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Music, Podbean, Spotify, Stitcher, or anywhere you download your regular podcasts. If you like what you hear, please leave us a review. Meanwhile, you can find us at thelovecrafttapes.com with links to all our Recommendos and social media channels, including Facebook, Reddit, YouTube, and our Discord server where you can chat with us in real time. You can find me on Twitter at LovecraftTapes.
And if you want to find me on a place that is not the phone that I crushed and threw to the bottom of the ocean, you can find me on Twitter at The Real Weed Kid.
And if you want to draw more fan art of me, you can find me at Lovecraft Gabe.
Yeah. And if you want to draw more fan art of Gabe, I want to see it. You can find me at Brian Podcast.
Until next time, roll for sanity.
All right.
Boom, stop the stream.